Hi, this is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and enthusiast, and with this video I would like to answer a question from one of my subscribers. Very valued person, thank you so much. And I basically wanted to read the question and answer it because it's just going to reach a lot more people, my answer, versus just me sending an email message to this person. So here's the question, let me just read it to you. Julia, I have a question for you personally. So I find a lot of the selling of books and CDs, training courses all over the internet. I keep asking myself, why are so many people who have experience in buying, flipping, deeds, and tax liens, why do they continue to push and sell those courses? Why aren't they just doing more investing like the students and just make more money, big money, doing the same thing and maybe getting larger payouts? So my question is, why are you and all those other guys pushing for more sales and training course CDs and books and not just investing more? That's a very legitimate question, and thank you so much for asking it. And I would like to answer it from my perspective. I can't speak for these other guys. I don't know who these other guys are. I've never bought any courses or books or CDs or training courses. In hindsight, after having done this for 25 years, I kind of wish I would have, because I would have saved myself a lot of hassle and a lot of time and a lot of effort. But I kind of was pretty stubborn. I wasn't going to spend any money. I was going to do it myself. And I lost a lot of money on a lot of deals and things I could have learned a lot easier if I had paid attention and bought some of the courses. But that's beside the point. That's not why I'm doing it. In reality, and what this person is asking me, why don't you just invest more and make your money that way instead of trying to teach people how to do it? It's a good point. The point is, I spend very little time actual real estate investing. I buy houses and sell them all the time, and I have deals all the time going. I have a lot of rental properties. I have money coming in, money going. The business is running. It's taking care of itself. So I spend very little time on it. I mean, in a typical week, maybe I spend on the investing side maybe 8 to 10 hours a week. And that's tops for looking for deals. I mean, we do have a system down where my people actually look for deals. I look them over, and then we go in and we buy them, and we're done, and then we sell them or whatever else that we do, flip them. I kind of completely removed myself out of that whole entire self-sufficient system that generates money for me. However, if you're going to go into that, you're going to have to establish that system for yourself, and you need to learn how to do that, or you need to kind of learn it hard knocks the way I did it by making mistakes. But the point is, I really don't want to spend any more time on that. That is a system that takes care of itself. I could expand it if I wanted to. I could make more money. But in reality, I have a very good quality of life. And my quality of life comes from the fact that I have a lot of time. I spend very little time and make a lot of money. And all this time that I have left, I get to spend with my family, with my children, with my parents, with my friends, doing the things that I enjoy. Hobbies, hanging out, doing sports, things like that. We travel a lot. My kids and I, we've been all over the world, and just enjoying myself and living life to the fullest. And now if I were to do more deals and do more investing, yeah, I could make more money, but that's not the point. And I tried to teach that with my real estate programs. The point is not to make more money. Once you get to a certain level where everything is taken care of, that your basic needs are taken care of, you have a place to stay, you have free time, you have vacation, you have food, you have a nice car to drive, you have taken care of any expenses that you may have now or in the future. I mean, at that point, what's the point of generating more money if it takes away from the time that you get to spend with all these things that you already have? So it's kind of a balance for me. This is not going to be true for everybody. Some people just want to make more. That's their value in life, and that's what they do, but that's not me. I'm okay right where I am. My continuous value of life stems from the fact that I actually love to teach. And over the years, so many family members have come to me and friends, and they've asked me, hey Julia, how can I do what you're doing? Why is it so easy for you? And I keep telling my story over and over again. I keep telling my success stories. I guide them, I hold their hands walking through a deal from A to Z. And there's always these doubters. They always have issues. Well, you have capital, or well, you have more time, or well, you have this, or well, you have that. But, in reality, I had none of that. I mean, I was getting very little sleep when I started. I had very little money. I had very little courage and very little motivation. I really had nothing. And I made it. And anybody can do this too. So my point is, if I can just pull one of you guys, or even just a couple of my friends, and I have a lot of empathy for these people because they're struggling. A lot of people don't enjoy their jobs, or they're paying way too much in taxes. They don't know how to use the real estate investing scheme to their advantage to save on taxes and things like that. And I keep teaching him and telling him, and some people listen. Actually, most people do not listen. There's always more doubters than believers, of course. But I try to bring it to them anyways, because to me personally, it gives me satisfaction if I can just help one person escape the rat race and live even a fraction of the life that I have. Because I have a very good life and I very much enjoy it. So that's why I am into it. It's a very legitimate reason. My courses, my books, things like that, of course they cost money to produce. I do like to recover my cost, of course, but my main reason is to educate you, not sit on my knowledge that I've gained over so many years. In fact, one of my friends came to me, and before I even started doing audiobooks and things like that, and said, "You have so much knowledge in your head, and it's walking around with you everywhere you go. You're committing a crime keeping that in there. You have to spread that word." And I was a doubter then too. I said, well, all these other guys are doing it. Why should I be doing it? No, because everybody's perspective is different, and everybody's strategies are different, and everybody's success stories are different, and everybody's experience is different. And if you can just add to the big pile of knowledge that's out there in the world with your little contribution, that actually makes you valuable in the grand scheme of things, and in the small scheme of things, it may help one or many people have a better lifestyle, and that's really what it's about for me. That's why I'm doing it. It's not to make more money. It's not to hey, I already know my knowledge, I'm not sharing it. I actually really do want to share, and there is no secrets in that respect. If you ask me any question about anything, I'll tell you. But just like with any teaching, one of the things that why people teach, why there's teachers, if you're a legitimate teacher, you're not just into it for money, is to learn from their students. So when I started doing audiobooks and YouTube videos and talking to people like yourself, answering questions, I get questions like this, and it makes me think. It makes me, it fires all the right circuits in the brain. And especially if it has to do with real estate investing questions. And I look through my books, I ask my associates, I learn things I would have never learned or would have even bothered to ask because it wasn't interesting to me. But I learn from you, you learn from me. It's a symbiotic relationship that helps both of us and advances me in my knowledge and my career, and hopefully also gives back to you. And I made little notes how to answer the rest of this question. There's one last reason, a small reason, albeit also very important one, is the fact that I am actually starting to get connected with a lot of other investors. And what that means is I have now access to a bigger network of people that are looking to invest, or that have already invested, or have very specific goals of investing or specific strategies. And the network is also a symbiotic relationship. It's not just a student to teacher learning relationship, but it's also fellow investors, people that want to get together and go in on a deal together. For example, I work with another company, a friend of mine that never even would have thought that I knew anything about real estate had I not started putting my knowledge out there on the internet. We've connected, we've been working on some deals, I've been advising him, he's been telling me some of the stuff he knows, which made me learn. So in answering your question, why do I do this? It gives me a meaningful thing to do. I am hoping I can help you, and it fills up my time in a meaningful way, because real estate investing itself, when you have it down, when you have the system down, you understand it, takes very little time. And you got to find something to do with your time to not be completely bored. So that's why I do it. And I like to keep things in balance. I have my family, I have real estate investing, I have my teaching, and I do a lot of other things, travel, hobbies, things like that. So everything has a balance and a place. So for more tips like this and to find out more, keep asking me questions, send me questions. My website is juliamspencer.com, and I look forward to hear from you some more.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.